Sherlock est de retour. Le détective british modernisé pour la BBC s'embarque dans une seconde saison d'enquête toujours aussi trépidante, ludique et intelligente. L'hebdo-série a demandé à son co-créateur Steven Moffat la recette de cette réussite et comment adapter le héros victorien à l'ère des smartphones.
Tell us from the start, don't be boring.
Sherlock Holmes a été maintes fois adapté à l'écran, de la très respectueuse version télé avec Jeremy Brett à la relecture rock'n'roll ciné avec Robert Downey Jr. L'approche de Steven Moffat et de son co-créateur Mark Gatiss se veut à la fois pragmatique et fidèle à l'esprit du père de Sherlock, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Boys, you've got another one.
And we know we're not doing a literal page-for-page adaptation. We know we're being quite loose with the details of the stories. I think very authentic to the principles of the storytelling, the kind of storytelling that Doyle liked, the vigour, the speed, the cheek, the lucidity and the brio. But we sort of take the broad principles and you take anything that works.
This is your living, Sherlock. Not 240 different types of tobacco ash.
243.
We have a very specific principle. We looked at the old Universal movies, with also updated with Rathbone and Bruce, and they had a sort of magpie approach. They'd take bits and pieces and they'd say, we'll take that bit of that story, we'll take the middle act of that story, we'll take that villain and put them all together. We thought we can do that.
What are we doing here? Sherlock, seriously, what?
I don't know.
Here to see the Queen?
There are certain things you're going to have to do. You are going to have to do The Hound of the Baskervilles. Moriarty must turn up. Those things are absolute givens.
Ce Sherlock s'appuie sur une mise en scène surprenante, novatrice, rapide, nerveuse, bref, contemporaine.
Well, I think we'd have to talk here about Paul McGuigan, the director, who has done 4 of the 6 films and very much invented Sherlock's visual style. A lot of that is him. Indeed, practically all of that is him. And one of the very first things he said about it is you want to think that Sherlock Holmes is shooting it as well. You want to think there's a Sherlock Holmes behind the camera and be able to see the world as he sees it.
And stop boring me and think. It's the new sexy.
We shot the 3rd one first, that's The Great Game, and there was a lot of text in that one. Paul hates cutting away to a camera. He says it's a boring shot, no one ever likes that. So he just started putting the words on the screen.
Cette seconde saison de Sherlock mise sur l'humanisation du limier de Baker Street et insiste sur son côté geek, une évolution que Steven Moffat est allé chercher dans les nouvelles et romans originaux.
If you look at the original stories and look at all the things he talks about, he's always sending telegrams, he's always doing experiments, he's got a science table and a microscope, he's always reading all of the popular magazines of the day. As a Victorian, he's a scarily modern man.
There's a head in the fridge.
Yes?
A bloody head.
Where else was I supposed to put it? You don't mind, do you?
There's a line in the very first episode where Inspector Lestrade says Sherlock Holmes is a great man and one day, if we're very lucky, he might even be a good one.
So you got it wrong?
No?
You were wrong. It wasn't in the sugar. You got it wrong.
A bit. Won't happen again.
Au cœur de la réussite de ce Sherlock, il y a aussi la relation entre Holmes et Watson, chaleureuse, subtile et merveilleusement incarnée par Benedict Cumberbatch et Martin Freeman.
We said to Benedict, remember Sherlock Holmes isn't, in his own terms, to himself he's not a weirdo. He thinks he's perfectly sane. And he's perfectly happy, he has quite a good time. He's not an unhappy man. He's often portrayed as unhappy, he's not.
There is nothing wrong with me, do you understand?
What we said to Martin Freeman is that John Watson is not a genius, he's not clever like Sherlock Holmes, but what he is the very first man a genius would trust. And that's an incredible compliment.
This is what I said before, John. I meant it. I don't have friends. I've just got one.
Si Steven Moffat devait résumer la recette du succès de Sherlock, elle tiendrait en une phrase.
Don't let them stop watching. Don't give them a reason to stop watching.